Everyone, this is Cholera, and I'm with Moletrap in the same room, in the same house. Moletrap, what's up? Look, no vent lag. Say something.
Oh my god, no vent lag.
Oh my god, no vent lag. Oh my god. We're actually in the same room in New York right now. I am laughing, I am giggling like a schoolgirl. And we have Rise along. Rise is awesome, and he unfortunately
has vent lag.
Yeah, he has vent lag, but see, because he's not in the same room as us. But Moletrap is evidently doing a world tour of the Northeast.
Thank God, for my sake.
Yeah, he's doing a tour of the Northeast, and he happened to be where I am right now, in an undisclosed location underground. But anyway, we're going to be doing, all three of us, a triple commentary of Luxury versus Kal and Hyuk versus Lita.
Yeah, you have
MSL.
You have remarkably good Wi-Fi considering this whole underground bunker system you've got set up here.
Yeah, Dick Cheney.
Hey, Rise, I'm coming to you next, punk. You're next. You're next on my list. No, I went to DC for the inauguration, and I'm visiting friends on the East Coast, and happen to be some commentators on the East Coast, so we're doing some in-room commentaries. Should be fun. What were you gonna say, Rise?
I was saying I'm scared because I know that you're already holding hands with Moletrap over there, and I'm not so sure I'm ready for sloppy seconds. Sloppy Moletrap seconds.
Oh, gross. Gross.
So,
unfortunately,
what do we got here? We got
Cholera's dog has been putting the moves on me, but not Cholera himself.
The Dogalisk, as you know.
That's gross.
Has been sniffing me in uncomfortable places. So we got Luxury here, and he's playing for KTF. And, well, this is the MSL, so he's not really playing for KTF at the moment. He's going to be playing Kal, and I'm really, really excited about this game, actually, because Kal's best matchup is Protoss versus Zerg. He has some damn good Protoss versus Zerg, and he's also one of my favorite players. He's always fun to watch, and he's really creative and really, really smart. He's the kind of player that he's really good at, like, for instance, once someone scouts what he's building, he'll cancel the building and, like, go to another tech tree altogether and totally fake someone out. Yeah, he'll switch to Terran in mid-game just to confuse the other guy. And so Kal is a really smart player. Luxury, I mean, he can beat the best, but he doesn't do it consistently. So I think this game is going to come down to, you know, what Kal can bring today, and also what kind of day Luxury's having. If he got up on the wrong side of the bed, he's going to get owned. But if he got up on the World Cyber Games side of the bed, he's gonna do pretty well against Kal.
Rise.
So Rise, that was your cue.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead, say something.
You guys are forgetting that you have no vent lag, so it takes me a second to catch up. So just chill out. I hear you talking. Don't worry about it. I can talk now, and let's just talk about the game a little bit instead of the vent lag. We have seen these, not these players, but we have seen this matchup on this map already. I don't know if you remember Cholera, but we just actually commentated a game on this. I don't know if it's quite reached our spoiler day wait that we usually try to do, but I won't spoil the results of that match, but we did see a couple players play on this, and I don't know if it was necessarily biased towards one of the races versus the other, but we did see some interesting play, some different builds, some deviations from what we've been seeing in a lot of Zerg versus Protoss games lately. We've been seeing a ton of that 5-hatch build, and we saw a variation of that build last time, and it made for a very interesting game. So again, I'm not going to say anything here, and we also saw the Protoss player go for that fast expand as we're seeing here, although he did it a little bit differently. And so I'm curious as to how this is going to work out for him, because last time we were saying that this isn't the best map to go for that forge expand, but it looks like you can get a pretty decent block if you do it right. But I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work out for him. In the meantime, it looks like we're going to see a 9 pool. I think that was a 9 pool. Correct me if I'm wrong. And some Speedlings. Speedling's going to be coming out very shortly. He was collecting gas for a little bit. He's got 6 lings out. It looks like he's going to actually go after the probe scout first, which I got to say, I don't know if I like that. That's going to delay his lings a lot, and Luxury is going to wait a while before he heads over to Kal's base and see what's going on there. But he may have also done that for that early pressure to make sure that he put the cannons up. So, and it looks like he did. He did put the cannons up before the Nexus, so maybe it paid off for Luxury after all for a small investment.
Yeah, I think Luxury has killed off the probe right now, and we're going to see pretty soon how this wall does against the Speedling run by if Luxury decides to go for him. So far, we're only seeing 6 lings, but if he gets 2 more or 4 more, we'll definitely know he's going for a run by. And I'm going to guess he's going to do that, given that he's gone for the early gas. I mean, sometimes players don't, but usually if you're going to get speed this early, especially with a 9 pool, well, I guess I'm wrong, because it looks like he's making drones. A third cannon going for Kal, so that's actually pretty smart there for Kal, and also it's going to help a lot for Luxury, because he's really slowed Luxury down a lot. So that 6 lings might have been a fake. By the way, this map is Carthage. I think we mentioned that, and we're not going to spoil what happened in the OSL, but Luxury also just played in the round of 36 in the OSL, and we just casted that. He played pretty well, I'll just say that, and won't say if he won or not. The other game that was played on this was Much versus By Hero, and I won't give the results, but By Hero, what he did was, like you were saying, he went for a 5-hatch with Spire, but no, he went for 5 hatches, but with Spire, right? But he didn't make a he didn't make any lurkers. He just went for a lot of lings, and then he didn't make any hydras. He went for lings and lurkers. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, he went for his big Zergling attack with the lurkers, and then went quick hive on this map. So that was definitely really interesting to watch.
Yeah, it's something I noticed is that Kal actually he kept his probe alive long enough to see that Luxury had started making drones, and so I'm a little surprised that he put down the 3rd cannon. I mean, the 2nd cannon was a little iffy if he thought that Luxury was going to keep making drones, but the 3rd cannon seemed the 3rd cannon seemed a little bit outrageous, but you know, at the same time, it is also a little bit prudent. I think maybe a month or 2 ago, I would have said that it would not be prudent, but you know, we just saw a couple weeks ago Savior killed the scouting probe and then built a bunch of lings and destroyed a certain Protoss player that we all know and love.
Who's not in the intro anymore, by the way.
Who's not in the introduction scene for the MSL any longer because he's been eliminated.
Yeah.
So, and we did see Kal do this same thing against, I don't remember who it was, another Zerg player, where he played really safely and it paid off for him.
It was Luxury.
Was it Luxury?
Yeah,
okay, I didn't know if it was
yeah.
Yeah, he beat Luxury
Yeah,
because he played safely against Luxury, and it paid off for him because he just was able to overpower Luxury in the mid game. So, you know, as much as I kind of think it was a little unnecessary to build so many cannons, it's worked out for him before, and it's a little bit prudent. So more power to him. There's the Spire going up now. Probably going to see some more hatcheries soon. Like Caller said, the normal 5-hatch Spire build. More cannons going up in front too.
Well, you got to realize if he's not getting a scout out there, he's definitely going to have a lot of trouble figuring out what Luxury is going. And as we've speculated, this is a good map for a run by, right? So really, he doesn't know what's coming, and he may think that a run by is coming. Only now going out with some zealots to try to clear out some of the Zerglings out there. And Luxury actually did do again. Yeah, I don't want to spoil his game from the OSL, but
I know what you're talking about.
You know, I mean, like, it's one of those things where watching the players' recent games, you got to be careful. And, I mean, definitely, Kal putting up a lot of defenses, and we are going to see that 5-hatch build from Luxury after all. Well, but, again, Kal doesn't know that. Kal doesn't know exactly what he's going, so he's kind of prepared for everything at this point. And, really, I don't blame him. I mean, it's not the most ideal thing to go in this situation, of course, but he doesn't know, with the information that he has, what to go yet.
Yeah, I think he's definitely falling quite far behind here, given that he's had to put 3 cannons in his natural. He's got 2 cannons in his main. I mean, you know, Protoss players generally do get them later on in the game anyway, but it looks like he is going to figure it out now. It is the macro Zerg build that we've been talking about. Actually, no Hydralisk Den up at all, so maybe we're going to see sort of a head fake, although, no, that's most likely not going to happen. I was going to say maybe we're going to see a lot of mutas, but there's no second gas. And that makes me think it's going to be actually that build that we watched before, which was that mass crackling build. I think that's what's going to be. Early Evo Chamber into a whole lot of melee units, basically cracklings and then maybe fast ultras is going to be my wild guess here. But you know, we're seeing Corsair Reaver, meanwhile, from Kal.
Yeah, he might be delaying his done theoretically because he wants to set up some defense too, because we see him putting out colonies at his bases. He might just be thinking, okay, now that I've got these 3 bases, let's make sure I don't get hit by any kind of, you know, SARE DT or anything like that. And wow, taking out those zealots, that might have been a little bit foolhardy for him to send those zealots out there. You know, it's good to put the pressure on, but when you know, well, I guess he didn't know that Luxury had defense, so it's kind of a gamble in that situation. But it's kind of bad to lose that initial force of zealots, because then your army going into the mid game is going to be that much weaker. You're going to have to stay in your base longer, and again, you know, Savior destroyed Bisu because he destroyed Bisu's first army, and Bisu couldn't move out of his base, and Savior took the entire map, and Luxury seems to be in a position to do something similar right now. So he does have a Hydra's Den out somewhere, apparently, since he's got some Hydras. It would stand to reason that he would have some... well, maybe not, you know. Maybe he's got Hydras through some other means other than Hydra's Den. You never know. You never know. Anyway, I'm not sure Kal is too far behind because Luxury is still only at 3 bases, and he's going to have enough Sares to take the air control pretty soon, and he's going to be able to do some harassment, and that'll be able to get him back into the game. But it is going to come down to that harassment, how well he does at that, I think.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. He does have a Hydraless Den in his main base, by the way. They showed it a little bit earlier, and he's got...
Are you sure?
He wasn't buying them on the black market like he used to. Apparently, it turns out that it's actually cheaper if you build your own Hydraless Den. So he actually, it looks like he is going to go Hydras, obviously, after all. I was actually kind of wondering what the hell he was going because it was taking him a long time to get any units, but certainly he's got a good hold in the economic game of this, the economic aspect of this game. So I think he's definitely set to deal with anything that Kal can be throwing at him in the very near future. I mean, especially he's got Corsair Reaver, obviously. He's got plenty of Hydras to deal with this. If he burrows units around the map, I think he's going to be in a great position to deal with this. If he doesn't, I think Kal may be able to take advantage of just the 3 bases that he has. It looks like he's doing a little bit of that already, finding some holes, getting through, but man, 5 hatcheries can produce a lot of Hydras, so it's going to be very difficult. And, oh man, wow. Wow, almost getting pincered there, but just barely making it around the edges of those forces. Kal doing a pretty good job, actually, of managing to keep that entire force alive, but if Luxury had targeted that shuttle a little bit sooner, he may have taken it out, and it looks like he managed to get a couple of shots off right there, and man, Kal can't move out, so Kal going to have to wait for that force of Zealots now that he's got the 5 or 6 gateways up, and he's not going to be able to move out for a while, and he may have to wait until he has Storm, and man, I think Kal's actually in a lot of trouble at this point, because he's got map control, and I mean, Luxury's got map control, and man, big battle here,
Reaver goes down.
Reaver going down.
Wow.
Oh no! And those Hydras just gonna range those buildings. Amazing.
Oh my god, yeah, oh my god, look at this. Kal caught with his pants down in the middle of a complicated tech switch there, and wow, Kal is going to lose his game, I think. All the Zealots have gone down, both of the Reavers went down. What a fast turn of events here. Kal desperately trying to use his +1 Corsairs to go and do some Overlord damage, but it's not going to be enough. Wow, this was just, you know, it looked simple, but it was actually quite a complicated of a game there. I mean, it looked simple for Luxury because all he did was build Hydralisks and win. But I mean, what Kal was trying to do was go from Corsair Reaver into kind of a fast switch into Speedlot Templar. And I don't think that was a good idea, though, because I think he just spent way too much money putting up the tech buildings. He already had a Citadel down and 5 gateways down, but he just missed he just missed... timed everything, I think, or Luxury had really good timing because he managed to get in there just at the moment when everything was going up. Maybe he just got lucky with that and he saw, oh wait, you know, this guy has no units, and he just went in. And at that time, Kal had literally just like maybe 10 Zealots at most and 2 Reavers and just 3 cannons and against something like 30 Hydralisks with good micro. It's not enough, and Kal's gonna lose his first game. I can't believe it's so quick, especially because Kal defeated Luxury soundly in the Pro League a few weeks ago.
Yeah, this is definitely surprising, and I mean, Luxury just kind of, he must have been buying on the black market at the same time as producing his own Hydralisks, because he just came up with a crap ton of them out of nowhere. He barely had any units. He must have just gotten to a certain point where he said, okay, you know, my economy's good enough. Oh, and the Corsair's coming in, able to take out one of the Overlords, but the DTs go down first, so the last DT is not going to be enough. GG going down, and Luxury just must have gotten to a certain point where he said, okay, you know, my econ's good, I think I'm ahead in econ. All in Hydras. I'm just going to make Hydras with every larva that comes out of my hatcheries from now on, and just overpowered, and like Caller said, in the middle of a tech switch, Kal had spent too much money on tech and that sort of thing, and units that were not effective against the Hydralisks, and that was the end of that.
Yeah, definitely. He just pressed the I win button at that point, and he just kind of ran over him. But I think we kind of summed that up pretty well so far. You guys want to just move on to the next game and get him going?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I just want to say Lita versus Hyuk next game. Yes, that's right. We've got Hyuk in this group. My new favorite Zerg, not. But yeah, we'll see Lita probably facing Luxury in Game 3, which means Lita will probably win next game. But anyway, I got nothing else more constructive to say other than make fun of Teok.
Yeah, and just a quick reminder, since this is the MSL Group format, so that means Luxury is going to go on to a winner's match, and Cal is going to go on to a loser's match. So Cal could still theoretically fight his way back into qualifying for the next round, and Luxury just has to win one more game to do so. So that's the situation going into the next game.
All right, GG guys. See you in the next match.
네, 물론 아직 끝난 것은 아닙니다만 글쎄요, 요즘 정말 용대 좀 맥을 못 치고 있는 모습. 자, 이제 두 번째 경기입니다. 요즘 또 프로리그 잘 나가고 있는 신상문 선수와 상당히 오랜 기간 노크를 했습니다만 이제 드디어 본선에 올라가는 박재혁 선수가 바통을 이어받겠습니다. 비자티형 추가서 말이죠.